that's going to take a while. So we are shishugi bonding these boards, these pine boards, for a greenhouse. That's the next project. We picked up this lumber earlier this week, and we're going to build a greenhouse to start on our seeds. So we're going to follow the Anna White greenhouse plans that are online. I'll leave a link down in the description. I'll show it right here too, so you can kind of see it. We've been kind of planning to build this one for a few years now because we think it looks the best. So we were planning on doing cedar, but one, cedar is really expensive, and two, we can't get the lengths that we need locally. So we're not going to do cedar. We're just going to shishugi bond the boards, and then it should give it a pretty cool look. So I'm going to work on the rest of these. I got that whole pallet over there I got to do, and then once I get all these done, we can work on cutting these boards, and then we'll have to burn the ends again once we cut them, but we'll at least get most of them burned for now. So all right, so finally got it all burned. These ones I've already done the next step on, but I have probably half of them that I still have to do. So the next step is take a wire brush, just go over the surface, all four surfaces, and then they kind of look like this, a little faded with the black all over it, the ash, the char. So once we do that, then we can wash it off. But you have to scrape it first and then wash it, and then you can seal it with some sort of oil. I don't know if we're going to seal this or not. It's going to be inside of a greenhouse, so it's probably not necessary to seal it. But I'm going back and forth on that. So basically, this wire brush, just want to get the heavy char off. You can see the difference. This one has not been done and this one has been done. So it's a little bit more dull versus this one's more bright satin finish. This is kind of a matte finish. So I'm not sure what it'll look like when we get it washed off, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these. I got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. So I got 20 or so boards left to do. So we'll get those knocked out, and then we'll pick back up when we start washing them off. All right, so they're all scraped. Next step is spraying them off. I probably need to get a little bit more hose, but here goes nothing. So now it'll be all clean, and then we can let them dry, and then we can seal them. So I gotta get another rung of hose. Then we can spray the rest of them off and set them out, and we'll have to wait till they dry, so we'll probably have to wait till tomorrow. All right, so I got them laid out on the sawhorse, and then those boards I was using to burn them on, they'll have to dry out, so I'll have to wait till tomorrow. But we'll pick this back up in the morning, and we'll start making our cuts and start getting building. So for me, it'll be tomorrow. For you guys, it'll be right now. Well, we got a little bit of rain last night to make things interesting when working out here. So got the plans pulled up on my phone. We need to cut some boards at 32 inches. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 14, so that's 20, and then 4 more. So we need 24 pieces at 32 inches. So what I'm going to do first is just get all the boards chopped down on a miter saw. There's some that are longer, 81, 42, 33 and 3/8, 144, 118. So I'll get all these cut down first, and then we can start assembling. We're basically going to assemble each side separate and then screw them together, and then that's the base of it, and then we can work on the trusses and tying it all in. So we'll get all these ripped down, cut down, and then start assembling. I think my saw is, the safety switch on it is because I have to pull it. So you can see here, this piece here, when you turn it on, it's supposed to click over. It's supposed to click over to turn the blade off, but it just keeps running. So I guess I gotta try to get this thing fixed. But I need it quite a bit, so I guess we'll see where I can take it to get it fixed. Okay, so I marked this according to the plans where it needs to go, and I drilled 2 holes at each post location. So now I'll take these boards over here. So now I'll take the shorter boards, and then we can take some screws and attach them together and build one half, and then we'll flip it over, make sure it's all square, and we'll build the other wall. This is the back wall, I believe. Yeah, this is the back wall because it's just under 10 feet. So it's 10 feet wide by 12 feet long. So this will be the back wall. The front wall is similar, but it's different because it has the doorway. So we'll screw these together, the uprights, and then the back wall will be ready. Typically what I do is I'll just get the screws started so that then it's easier and I can just drive them in. All right, that took a little bit longer than expected. I had a couple screws strip out the end grain of the vertical 2x4, so I had to cut those out and redo it. But got the back wall completed. I'm gonna move on and work on the 2 side walls because those are mirror images, so they should be pretty easy. I just have to cut down the actually, I don't know. I have to look at the plans. I don't think you cut down the sidewalls because they're 12 foot, and I got a 12 foot 2x. So those should all get screwed together. So I'll do those now. Then we'll have the back wall and the 2 side walls, and then we can do the front. And we'll basically have the frame. Then we put the siding on, and then we can work on the trusses, or I'll work on the trusses first. So we'll throw together the sidewalls right now. All right, so the front wall is a little bit different because it has a doorway. So you can see here, we're just gonna build out basically 2 halves, and then we'll connect them in the middle of the doorway. So we need a 42 and a half, 2 of the 42 and a halves, and then 1 of the long ones, 82 and a half. We'll connect all those together, just like we did the other walls. And then we'll basically have 2 walls, and we'll add that top 33 and 3/8 piece in after that. Here's the second piece. We'll just attach the top brace here once we get it assembled, and that'll kind of square the whole thing up. So I gotta move all this out of the way because right where you guys are is where we're gonna put the greenhouse. Because I got this pile of wood chips that was a lot bigger than I thought it was. I was gonna move those and put it there, but I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna end up putting wood chips underneath. So I'll scrape some of them out. It'll probably go back to right there where I just kicked out. So we'll pull some of those wood chips forward. What I just do the camera, but we'll move the saw out of the way. We're still gonna need it for the trusses and stuff, but we'll get the base fastened and the door because the back wall is built connects to over the door, so I have to build the gable trusses and then put the center brace. So I'm gonna get all this stuff moved. I'll scrape some of these wood chips out, and then we're probably gonna have to put it on some pavers that we have over there to level it out, because it's not super level over here. And this may move once we get the house and stuff done. And over here is where we plan to put all the gardens. So we're gonna have 2 garden beds wide by 2 garden beds deep. That's the plan. So this would be a good spot to start the seeds. And then eventually when the house is done, those containers will not be there. They will be gone. So this would be a perfect spot for us. So I'm gonna get all that stuff done and then we'll pick it back up. All right, so we'll probably, we may or may not end up moving this once it gets set up. But hopefully it's not too windy. The wind did just pick up. So we're just gonna screw this end together. All right, I think that's gonna look pretty good. We'll put the back piece on here, and then we'll put this wall on, and then we can put the last of the front, and then we'll connect the front door together, and that should get it all squared up. All right. It's looking pretty good. I think this Shishugibon color is gonna look really, really good with the, we just got some galvanized tin, and then for this year, we're just gonna put greenhouse plastic over it. And then next year we're gonna put those, they have the clear roofing panels, just like that tin. We'll put that on there probably next year. Those things are just freaking expensive. About to do this, I think it's like $500 or $600 worth of those panels. So greenhouse plastic was $50, and it'll hold up for a couple years probably. So we just got to put this top piece on right here, and then the frame will be done. Then we can put to start building the trusses from there. All right, I'll try to get farther away through all this mud. See if you can kind of see it a little bit better. So, doorway. And then inside of it, we're gonna end up building benches. It'll be a U-shaped bench on the inside. So down the side, down the back, and down the front. So we can put all our seeds and stuff on. So I'm pull out the plans and look, but I think we'll start on the end wall trusses next. So I'll pull out those and look, see what we got to make our cuts at. I'll make the cuts, and then we'll pick this back up, installing the 2 end wall trusses. Okay, so we got the front one on, and I forgot to film, but Tina came out to help. I ended up taking this back 2 supports, or the 2 parts of the truss off, and then we assembled the whole truss over there. It makes it a lot easier. That's what we did on the front one. So it's just pocket hold together. I don't have a jig, but I just made it work. So we're gonna get this screwed in, and then we can do the middle support there. Okay, well, the camera battery is dying, so hopefully we can get through this real quick. It cut off, but you can see here we added this, okay, didn't have enough to even film that. So we added the ridge beam across, and we fastened in the back gable end truss. So I have to add the supports on the gable end truss on that side and on that side. So once we get that, it'll make everything a lot more secure. It's a little flimsy right now because it's just held in by some screws at the sides, but then we'll add the we'll add in the rest of the trusses. And then what I'll probably end up doing, the plans do say if you're going to add greenhouse plastic, or if you're not going to use the plastic roofing panels, to add in extra support. So I'll probably, you can see like this corner, where my finger, like right here, over to this side, I'll probably add another 2x4 on both sides. That'll kind of shore it all up a little bit better. Basically temporary bracing in between the trusses. And I think the trusses are, well, they're 2 foot on center. The trusses go where the 2x4 wall studs are. So the door, I don't know, the more I think about it, I probably should have made the door a little bit wider, because I was planning to make the workbenches removable inside, but the door is only 31 inches, so I'm not sure if that's going to be big enough for the benches, because it'd have to be 30 so you could move it in and out. Well, it's going to have a door, so I don't know. I'll have to play around with that, but it's not a big deal. So we'll probably have to pick this up tomorrow, because chickens to take care of and stuff. So we will pick this up in the morning. All right, back out here today. It's not morning, it was cold this morning. Didn't feel like coming out here, so it is early afternoon now, and I've been working on these trusses. I got 7 of them done out of the 10 more that I needed. So I think you can see here, I'm just putting 2 screws kind of X in the top, and then putting one like kind of pocket hole-ish, but I don't have a pocket hole jig. They're packed away somewhere, so they're pretty tight like that. I don't like the brackets. I bought these Simpson strong tie brackets, but they're a little big and I didn't like the way it looked, so just burying the screws in there and you won't see it, and I think it'll look better. And we'll hang the trusses so that the screws face away, so when you're walking in you won't see any of the screws. So got 7 of them done. I need 10, so I got 3 more. I was doing this on the ground and hurts your back after a while, so I threw a pallet up here, a couple clamps, clamping them down, 2 spots. And that's holding it in place, so then I can drill it out. And like I said, I'm just crisscrossing. This one's going this way, this one's going this way. And it seems to be pretty solid. There's not gonna be, with the pitch of this, there's not gonna be much weight from snow or rain or anything, so not too worried about it. I hit the other screw. That's all there is to it. So from the front side, nice and flush. You won't see anything. You won't see those holes because they'll be up. And then they'll just go up like this. So I'll get these other two knocked out and then we can fasten them. Okay, these trusses are fairly easy to line up because they're just going to line up directly with the studs. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Honestly, with just one screw, that's pretty tight. A lot tighter than I thought it was going to be. So I'll probably try to come in here and screw one in this way too, but I'll have to do that on the inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all these up on the outside first. All right, well, I forgot to record, but I got the end up over here. I had to readjust. So I got this cross piece up for the end on this side, and then started working on the front side, but I don't know how it worked out. So there's one upright and then one cross. I need the cross, the upright, and then there's two uprights by the door. I don't have those, and then I don't have the door done yet. So for whatever reason, I ran out of lumber. I bought exactly what was in the plans. I have one board left over, and then there's my scrap pile. Can't see it. There's my scrap pile. It's not very much. And then I got these boards, which I'll use for the doors. And then I got one board, so I'm short like 4 boards to finish it. So I don't know what happened there. It's not like I wasted any. So we have to go get the metal panels tomorrow anyway. So when we're there, we'll pick up the rest of the boards, and then we can come back and get this thing wrapped up and finished. Because I want to get back to working on the house, but we got to get this done. My deadline for this was March, second week in March, whatever that first Monday is, because that's when we got to start our seeds. So I still have to build the shelves out on the inside and the seed trays. We're just going to use wood for the seed trays because we have a soil blocker. So I have to build those out yet, and I'll have to build the door. So tomorrow we'll pick back up, putting the metal panels on, and then I'll shushugi bond the rest of the boards, and then the next day we'll have to do the finish it out. So it'll be a couple day process for here, but not full days luckily. So we'll pick this back up tomorrow with the metal. All right, well, I'm not gonna hold out on this video any longer. So we got the greenhouse plastic in, like we had talked about earlier in the video. We attempted to put it on, but I wasn't a fan of it, getting it tight, and it didn't look that good. So Tina probably would have made it work, but I gave up and decided that we'll get the plastic panels and we'll go over the roof with the panels. But we just put the galvanized steel on the bottom all the way around. So I got to build the door for all the way up there, and then the shelves on the inside, which I'll do later. And I got to fasten in the metal all the way around. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. One thing that I'll put up a picture of the issue that I had with the plans. Maybe I'm the only one that's ever had this issue out of everybody that's built this, because I haven't seen it, but it has these studs in the wall. It says to cut them at 32 inches in the cut list, but then if you look at the plans, it has them at 33 inches. So I cut them at 32 per the cut list, and it was short. So that's why we had to add this board in here across, so that the metal had something to sit on, because the metal would have been higher than that. So like I said, maybe I'm the only one that's ever had that issue. Overall, the plans were pretty good, but I think we'll be able to grow some seeds in it. So we got 2 weeks, I think, before we start our seeds. So we'll try to build tables and get the door done before that. We'll get the panels this week and get those on. So overall, looks good. What do you think?
I like it.
She said she likes it. She's getting over a cold, so lost her voice. So that's where we'll leave this one. If you're interested, I'll leave the plans that we got down in the description. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.